Hello guys, today we're talking about rethinking organizational strategies. These presentations illustrate how Wall of Sound strategic plan evolved all the times, as well as assess its business success. It will examine both the firm's previous strategies and adjusted strategic plan, and why the owners of Wall of the Sun decide to switch to a value-focused strategies for long-term growth and sustainable development. We will take a quick look at the business background by introduce the reason why the previous strategies needed to be altered. Additionally, we also explained in detail how each step of the value-focused approach aids in making sustainable operations in the long run. Lastly, how did the business continually monitor the implementation of the value-focused plan through the use of the key performance measurements? After all, positive and negative aspects of the value-focused strategies will be diluted as a strategic accountant. Wall of Sound was established by two audio enthusiasts named John and Maria. The business had significant growth in the first 10 years, according to the expertise of business owners, plus the increased influence and popularity over national audios and video associations. They realized the potential of audios and videos business because at earlier time, the music and video market have low qualities and generic offerings. John and Maria believe that as long as people discover the qualities audios, they would quickly get on board. Wall of Sound business was so successful in earlier stage because the demand for video bounties in Canada will increase rapidly. However, as business needed to operate sustainable in the long term in order to survive, also products and competitions involved very first in the audio-visual retail space, because owners was considered to implement a value-focused strategic plan. This nearly adapted strategies comprised 5 steps. Each step serves a unique function in value-focused strategic plan.
Hello guys, now I'm talking about detailed organizational redesigns. Before Wall of Sound had changed the strategy from targeting on narrow markets to markets where it could sell high quality audio and video products. The company must realize its business strategy in order to win in the industry. In the first stage, the company had revalidated its business strategy, specifically Wall of Sound placed more importance on strong option. The vision and mission of Wall of Sound was developed by Mara before company shift to value-focused strategy. In fact, company planned to become a distinctive brand specifically, range its depth of knowledge to deliver exceptional consumer audio and video experiences. Increasing value for ending consumer become top priority of the company. More importantly, business had 3 unique beliefs and values that would make business to success, including first, employees played key roles for business success. Wall of Sound relies on their knowledge and experiences. As long as company has activities, workforce to carry out business activities, company could become sustainable in the future. Second, Wall of Sound strive to surpass the expectations of business partners via positive and effect of its workforce. Secondly, shows the forwarding of high-quality audio and video products to consumers. Company want to ensure that its consumer getting impressive shopping experiences. Obviously, imprinting value-focused approach needs to be supported by value chain enhancement and effective supporting activities. Therefore, the company wants always emphasizes on developing the core competency in audio and video experience because John and Mara want to make sure that that's advantage for those wall of sounds sport activities to deliver learning, premium music and video offerings. Okay, now I'm talking about developing a strategic value proposition. If business complexity is clearly understood, business will be capable of developing strategic value proposition. It is the second stage of value-focused approach. During the past, business was perceived as premium audio and video provider, and the consumer were more willing to pay premium price for better service and products. It priced. In addition, reviews have been complaining their declining market share as a result of rapid growth of word of sound and its loyal consumer base. The company realized the importance of consumer loyalty very long time ago, so the business planned to differentiate its product those clearly identification of what consumer needs are, so they could add sports activities to improve the inventiveness of new strategy implementation. The decision of Wolf Sound are to focus on the development of intimacy consumer that required business to reinforce sport activities within the value chain, including growth of knowledge base, research, consumer expansion, and so forth. Considering that there are increasing number of consumers who fulfilling their audio and video needs online, it infers word of sound scientifically. Luckily, the company created Soundspace.com later to offset the negative impact. Such a unique online audio and video platform offers subscription-based access to run sound experiences, which reflects the way of how business differentiates itself from competitors. What's more, the company has never forget premium objective, which is to service consumers by lowering its depth of knowledge. Beyond the creation and adaptation of Soundspace.com platform, Word of Sound also intends to limit the impact of online audio and video environments by involving the broadcasts from retail locations with significant inventories to audio and video community gathering space. So the store scan back could offer unique value to the consumers. For instance, the selection of high-demand audio items and accessories exclusives to the SoundSource brand.
Hi, I'm Kai. I'm going to talk about develop key performance indicators. As far as word of sound is concerned, specific strategic plan and then carry out business decision to implement its strategy effectively are not enough. Company must also align the expected performance results with strategic value proposition. Again, to reflect business emphasis on product leadership and achieve long-term objectives. The support activities are crucial in company's value chain. Besides, company must also set up goals and monitor its performance indicators to determine whether or not the business objectives have been achieved after the adjustment of strategy. To assess business performance accurately and effectively, Word of Sound believes that the balanced scorecard is much more appropriate for monitoring business performance because it allows business to monitor business progress based on 4 parts, including finance, customer, internal business process, and learning and growth. Specifically, business focus more on the searches and support of suppliers, partners alignments, technology and human resource. For instance, to judge company's finance performance, management would look at new product sales revenue as percentage of total sales revenue, as well as product search expense as percentage of sales revenue. Beyond that, one key task in WS evolved. Strategic plan was to develop its skillful and productive employees to implement jobs responsibility in efficiently manner. Therefore, company assessed candidates' qualification to determine if they meet the minimum skill requirement. Similarly, business also looked at new hire to attrition rate metric because both the owner of WS and the management team believed that as long as they see improvements over a balanced scorecard metric, business can improve its performance results. Thank you. Let's move to next.
So the step 4 is to formulate a risk management plan. The management team have considered the costs and benefits relating to the transformation to value-focused approach. There are also potential risks of such strategic change. At the start, WS competitors thought narrow focus of WS would definitely limit its growth and eventually the business would fall. Fortunately, comparing with the competitors' conventional strategic approach, this approach addressed the market expectations. WS focused on strategic value because the company did with product leadership. Business created an inevitable advantage above competitors. In addition, business also reduced the risk through leveraging the product leadership value. Business also positioned itself to minimize its market risks, build and scale market share, and maximize profit margin even though there was a risk associated with it. However, pursuing value-focused approach decreased and at times eliminated competitive risk because competitors ignored or did not even notice WS when they noticed that WS was encroaching on their market share. Step 5 is embrace a change strategy. For the past several years, John and Maria always remember that the ultimate purpose of WS was to share knowledge to the passion of video and audio to the great number of customers. This hasn't changed when time passes. Rather than switching to the value-focused approach, the intention has become the foundation and the central part of business. What they did was attempted to improve the enjoyment of audio and radio experience for consumers. John and Maria also believed that when the living standards improves, the level of video and audio requirements also rise. This definitely encouraged World of Sound to offer the innovative and improved products to the customers in the future.
In fact, strategic management accountant provides insights that assist the business management to make decisions. They also support decision-making process within a firm by providing a wealth of financial and statistical information. Traditionally, majority of companies solely rely on financial business performance. Management team very often looked at how fast sales or contribution margin change over years. They also judged the financial position and business strength over these performance indicators. However, when technology breaks through, customers' expectations change over time. A lot more companies are now focusing on sustainable growth of business. Strategic accountant also directs business to look into the non-financial performances, such as employees' productivity, customer satisfaction, or the relationship with business partner. More importantly, as WS clearly explained at the first place, business desire to respect to the changing marketing environment. Thus, it must be responsible for the social and the various stakeholders. It is worth mentioning that World of Sound business was successful in adapting value-focused approach. In fact, this was deemed as an incremental rather than transformation of strategic plan. Business was initially desired to share the knowledge of audio and video music to the marketplace. This intention has not changed, but the business changed to offer high quality and differentially products to its targeting customers. Under the implementation of value-focused approach, there were several key support activities to enhance its primary activities, allowing WS to orient on customer precisely. Additionally, World of Sound also focused on labor force improvements. It ensures that each employee has high level of skill and sophisticated, so the entire productivity level can be increased too. The uses of promotions of Soundspace.com also has broad implication because it created great opportunity for end users to enjoy the audio and the video products. This shows the way that WS differentiates itself from competitors. On the other hand, if WS's strategic plan is viewed critically, for example, the engagement of various supportive activities may be very expensive. Even customers are more willing to pay high price for better quality products. But there is still risk associated with strategic evolution. Besides, WS must be very cautious that competitors may imitate the approach and products or other business areas that directly threaten the performance of WS. Thanks for watching and listening for our presentation.